right, guys, can you introduce yourselves to people who don't know you?
Hi, my name is Carmelina Mosher, and I am the owner of MaidThis of Baltimore.
I'm Douglas Mosier. I go by Doug, along with my wife Carmelina. We're the owners of MaidThis Cleaning of Baltimore.
But you haven't always been MaidThis Cleaning of Baltimore. What were you in a past life?
We were MCM Cleaning Services, LLC, a company Carmelina started back in 2017, cleaning houses and building a great reputation and a great cleaning company.
So 2017, we're recording this in 2025, so 7 years.
7 years, yes.
And so what were you doing before you started a cleaning business?
I was on the service industry as well. I was a concierge, and that was a job that I really love. I like helping people. Serving people is one of my biggest passions, and as a concierge, I always hear our residents in the building how difficult it was for them to find reliable, good cleaners. And at that moment, I was thinking I really wanted to have my own business, but I didn't have at that moment a clear idea of what I could start. So as hearing cleaning all the time, and I love cleaning. Cleaning is kind of therapeutic to me. I really love cleaning, and so I say, let me start a cleaning business. So I didn't know how I was going to call this business, so I went to the Secretary of State website, and I saw every single good name and catchy name was taken. So I say, well, I'm going to use my first name and last name initial, and that's how I start MCM Cleaning Services, and I start doing businesses.
Wonderful. So you've been MCM cleaners, and you've obviously built a successful practice. What made you decide to transition to MaidThis? You're our first conversion in the system.
Systems were a big thing. We started, my background's IT, 20 years in information technology, and I was always kind of in the background supporting Carmelina and her cleaning business, helping with estimates and software and things in the background. And a couple of years ago, at kind of post-COVID, my last IT job, we just decided that I was going to commit to the cleaning business, and we were going to try to build this into a larger business where it could support our family, where we could work together on this and kind of leave our own little legacy and build our own business with MCM Cleaning. And as we got further into it, we realized that we needed more tools and opportunities that we would have to layer on ourselves. And we started looking at the expenses of those. We went to different coaching classes. We spent actually thousands of dollars on some coaching classes, and we were weighing the pros and cons of joining a franchise system or trying to do it ourselves. And then in those evaluation processes, we met Neil, and we had a discussion with Neil. Neil's a charmer, honest and fair, and Carmelina has a lot of connections in the industry as well, and we reached out to those people and asked for their opinion. Some of them discouraged us from joining a franchise, but others said, if you're going to join a franchise, join MaidThis.
And what were some of the reasons that were discouraging you from joining a franchise?
So I spoke with people well knowledge in the industry, and they say that if a franchise have system, I could do it on my own. I could place those systems on my own, but after evaluating, the cost that it was going to take us to put those systems in place, and the support and all the work that we would have to put on, and Douglas and I decided if this system were in place, why to reinvent the wheel?
It's a great question and a great point. I love that you both were honest and humble enough to admit you had gone as far as you could on your own effort. And if I was going to go further, I need to do some things here, some magic here. And you said you looked at others and you spent money in these other coaching systems, but we talked about this. You did say you learned some things in some
Absolutely.
Of these what made, let's say, Neil and MaidThis stand out a little bit more from the other coaching you already went through? And you just say, well, I could just do this coaching and do it myself. and you're saying, no, I could pay for this and have more help right away?
So to me, the decision point it was, I always thought that franchises were impersonal, and I have been looking at franchises like I was a big fan of MaidPro, how they do their websites, and every website looked the same. And when I spoke to Neil and I said that I wanted to, I explained my standard, how I have built this business, and he said that we could have the freedom to customize our website, our system, we were free to take our own decision on how we were going to run our business. That make a big difference to me, because even though I joined a franchise, this is still my business. I'm still make my own decisions, and even aligning with the franchise decisions, I'm able, like per se, we went and did this photo shop with all our team members. We all dressed up and took pictures, and that's our website is going to be. They are going to be there, and we got permission from the team members so they could be on our website, and they were so excited. Even they were teasing about saying that they were going to be famous. So I thought that was kind of cute, because I have issues with the stock pictures on the website and with the actors on the websites.
Sure.
So I wanted to be real team members, real people.
No, that's awesome. Well, we're doing work, so obviously the cat needs attention and is coming to sabotage any work, but the cat is very welcome to join us, obviously. So how has your experience been so far? So you haven't fully transitioned yet to MaidThis Baltimore. I think you're still working on software and stuff like that, but how's your experience been so far?
It's been wonderful. Dan and Jen and on the kind of the front end piece of it have been great. Just open communication. The technical team. We face some challenges in an existing business trying to integrate our existing systems into the MaidThis, and how do we transition from one to the other with our business profiles and Facebook and social media and everything. And they've done a really good job of developing a plan and trying to take a structured approach on how to move forward with that. It hasn't been without its challenges, but the easily reachable, great communication. If there's something we don't like, it's fixed right away. Like Carmelina talked about, like we have autonomy over our business, and we don't feel like we're just under the thumb of the franchise and we have to do things their way, or so that's been great. And then Neil, as a franchise owner, he's been super accessible, really involved throughout the whole process. He didn't just sign us up and walk away. And leave us to other people. He's always been available, which is another fantastic, it shows his commitment to everyone's success. And the opportunity to, really, if we said, hey, we want to talk to Atlanta, or we want to talk to Salt Lake, or whatever franchise, sure, here's their name and number. Give them a call. Set up a time to talk to them, which has been great, too.
I think that's an unexpected benefit. One of the things I noticed when the franchisees are together in person, they just talk. Because they're not used to being able to talk about business problems with peers. When you are running a cleaning business, or specialty ideas and knowledge that only you know, that you can't really talk to another business owner. But if you're all in the same business and you all have the same sorts of things, it's really nice to be able to say, oh, this happened with our email campaign last week, or all the time I see in the war stories, this cleaner did this to us, what should I do? You have 20 people to consult to tell you, we've seen this before, don't do this. I think, Doug, maybe you commented on something not that long ago. So the power of crowdsourcing other people who are doing what you're doing, or they found something that worked. Oh, this really works in Thumbtack here for us. Okay, well, it doesn't work in our market, but thank you for that tip, and maybe we'll try it in the spring or something. That you're mentioning the franchisor aspect, but one of the things I notice when I meet franchisees and they're together is they're talking to each other all the time. Because it's another person who's going through the same things they are.
We had a unique experience during our initial training with being an existing business. with a lot of experience in cleaning and selling cleaning and having these new franchisees joining in, and like the wide-eyed wonder that they have, like, yay, it's something new, it's fun.
First day of school, you're like the grizzled veterans.
Yeah. And just, but also to talk to them like, yep, it's still tough. 7 years in, it's still tough sometimes, but that's part of running any business and trying to be successful at anything. There's going to be struggles. There's going to be ups and downs. It's, how well you stick to it and stay after it.
So my last question would be for people who are going through this process like you did, and they haven't had a business for 7 years. They're brand new and they have a great job, and they're thinking, maybe I'll do this MaidThis thing, or start a cleaning business. But they're hesitant. They're sitting on the fence. What would you say to them to say, hey, you should give this a try and give up your cushy job and the money? Why would they do that?
I would, well, if you're really serious about being your own business owner, you've got to realize it's going to take work and effort from you. But there's a great, like we just talked about, there's a great support system. There's a great community that you're tied into virtually and in person at times. And you just have a huge ton of resources that can help you push your business forward. And I think if you're a business professional, you know that systems work. Systems are what run businesses, and Neil and everyone at MaidThis have built out great systems and refined them, and it's not going to be without its pain points, but it's worth it if you really want your own independent, be your own boss.
But I think the greatest success in being your own boss is a process. It's a process that we have to respect, like with everything in life, in business, and you need to be present, and it takes work, and it takes hard work on whatever you do, but the freedom success can mean many different things to people.
But one of the things that we talked about at lunch was that it helps you grow as a person. When you have to deal with a bad 1-star review,
Yes.
when you have to deal with a customer who charges you back unjustly, who effectively steals money from you, lies, whatever, employee who lies to you, that you have to go through things that people at jobs don't ever have to, and it allows you to grow as a person.
Absolutely.
And it can help you be a better parent, help you be a better friend, help you be a better daughter, by going through these experiences that a job can never give you that. That's a lot to ask somebody. Would you like to sign up to personally develop? But that's effectively what business ownership is.
Yeah,
business ownership
absolutely.
is personal development. You don't have a choice about it. You're going to be forced to master your emotions and deal with difficult situations, and you don't have to do that at a job. You just get to show up, they give you money, you go home. It's very nice.
Absolutely.
So the other side of it is, and you talked before, some of the things that you'd like to do in the future when you sell your business, is time freedom. And a job can never really offer you that. They can give you maybe X number of weeks of vacation a year, but you still have to come back. But being a business owner, depending on the systems you set up, you can choose how many weeks you want to be gone.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's something you're looking forward to as you add more
Yes.
systems.
Yeah.
This is what
We
we are
would just
trying
like
to accomplish.
add some weekends in there, but right now it would be a big plus.
Well, thanks so much for taking the time to share with potential franchisees and with our current franchisees so they could get to know who you are.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen. Appreciate it.